right, hello everybody. Welcome back to the Cup Chasers podcast. Thanks for being here. Thanks for listening. Championship Sunday in the books. The season has come to a close. I am a little sad, but if I have certainly enjoyed it this season, and if you've enjoyed it as much as I have, go ahead and smash up the likes, subscribe to the channel, and get the notification bell on. We got plenty more coming for you over the summer. And speaking of doing a good job, Aston Villa hosted Brighton. We'll keep it rolling here. This was a good game. This was a pretty good game. Kind of exactly what you'd expect, even though Villa was at home. Because Villa was at home. They hit on the break like they do. A couple of good goals. Brighton. Really, this game for me really tells you how Brighton like to play. Kind of, high risk, high reward stuff. And a team that can counterattack well, like Villa, were able to. There was just a host of chances for both teams in this game. Like the highlights were just back to back to back to back to back to back to back shots on goal.
Trademark. That's how they play.
It was great. Well, Villa were getting chances, ton of chances too, and it was
they opened themselves to that.
Super open, back and forth. I didn't actually get to watch the whole game. I watched the extended highlights, and it looked like a fun one. I think Patrick called it. Ollie Watkins got a goal on the last day. I think you said something about that last.
Oh yeah, of course.
Last podcast. The Brighton goal was interesting. VAR.
It was
doing their job on the final day. Interestingly enough,
finally
getting it right on the last day. So that was impressive.
Only took 38 weeks.
Yeah, it took 38 weeks. The question, I think Villa are going to be just as good next season. They're going to be a tough prospect. Emery's going to have a whole really summer.
Turned it around. Yep.
It's going to be interesting how they replace Martinez, though.
For sure.
They were on
what do you mean?
Downward spiral.
He's leaving. Amy Martinez?
Really?
Yeah, I remember them talking about wanting to sell him because like
Saudi Arabia.
Well, I mean, but think about it. There's
stocks high. Who sell him? Stocks high.
And exactly. That's why I'm not. I get where Axe is coming from on Reese. So yeah, man. I think it's something where I wouldn't sell him, but there's so many keepers out there that just the way that the Sevilla Invitational coach, figures he can find a keeper. These guys, I mean, like for example, City's second keeper Ortega. Nobody was looking for him, and he's a great keeper. So you can find a keeper. And keepers go until they're 40, man. So you can find a guy. So if you can make money off of Emmy, they probably can make 50 off him, 50, 60.
Oh yeah,
sell him.
Yeah.
I don't even know who the backup is there. Like who would get the shirt if they didn't bring anyone in, I wonder. Yeah. But
what's their backup? Hold on.
Very interesting. Very interesting. I had not heard that one that they're about to sell Martinez. I'm trying to think of anybody else, any other big profile names leaving Villa. I don't think so. Really.
Yeah, I don't see Watkins or McGinn leaving.
Douglas Luiz might attract some attention.
Yeah,
he's had a fantastic season. Kind of quietly under the radar.
What about Mings?
I don't know. It might depend on how old he is.
Mings is 30.
Yeah, so he's been around. I don't know if he'll go. But it's the same story over at Brighton. Like, who's going to stay? Who's going to go?
Well, McAllister, everybody.
Gallagher's going to be gone. Caicedo's going to be gone.
Caicedo's gone.
Don't be surprised at bids for Matoma.
Matoma should be.
Yeah. Speedster Matoma. Yeah, he's gone.
People trying to get him out of there as well. So
yeah, Chelsea, winger central.
Yeah, there you go.
So we got 30 of them, man. We're good. We're good.
We came out today. We said we need a goalkeeper, a center defensive mid, and a striker. Literally, we came out and said that was what our transfer strategy is this year.
And a center
both
back.
Of these teams, both of these teams are teams to keep an eye on in the summer because got Europe next season, both of them. So
it'll be interesting to see what Brighton does with Europa.
Brighton's in 6th and Villa's in 7th.
Yeah, Villa's got a conference
So
league.
Conference. Brighton will be in the playoff spots for Europa, and Villa will straight qualify for Conference League.
And think about the money that Brighton's going to get for selling McAllister and Casado and Matoma even.
Sixth place prize money ain't nothing to scoff at either.
No.
You know,
It'll be flush.
Yeah, so should be an interesting summer for both of those teams. Now, some other interesting news. Nottingham Forest went to Palace and got a 1-1 draw. It was an interesting one. I read something today, though, that Hodgson might not be staying either at Palace.
Yeah, good old Graham Potter might be popping up.
Graham Potter might be coming in.
And I think he'll do good. I think he'll do well there.
I think he would do well there. I really do.
I don't know.
What
do you think?
Let them. They want to get relegated? Hire Graham Potter.
Well, there's no pressure for him there.
Let him.
That's fair.
No. Graham Potter needs pressure because as many corporate days off as he wants to let the boys take in the swimming pool, they're going to get relegated.
So next season during the predictions, X is just going to be wearing the Potter stinks. He's just going to hold it up.
If Potter is coaching anyone in the predictions league, I will 3-0 them every week.
X, you're just scarred, man. You're just so scarred.
I don't understand how you can take the squad we had and been so bad with it. Like, no excuse.
Dreams.
Ask Frank Lampard the same question then.
There's no
excuse. Was bad with it.
Frank came in, and the first thing Frank Lampard said in that press conference said, "These boys are not fit to play Premier League soccer."
Yeah.
So you're going to spend the rest of the season doing what? Fitness training, when that should have been done 18 weeks before you ever got there. Like, I sympathize with Frank Lampard's position way more than I would sympathize with Graham Potter's. Graham Potter inherited a Thomas Tuchel team. He messed it up. Frank had to put out all of the fires with a watering hose and a sprinkler system that didn't even work.
Well, I think that this game was I actually watched the highlights of this one. Forest looked like they were playing with freedom, looked like they were, kind of a celebration game, kind of a we're happy to be here still game. And they're gonna need a big summer to avoid another relegation scrap.
Do they keep Navas?
Yes, I would.
Is he on loan?
He is.
He's on loan. Yeah.
Do you try to buy him?
His stocks can't. I mean, he can't be too expensive. I would definitely try to buy him. They're kind of in the same boat as Chelsea. They got a ton of people, ton of players. And I thought Steve Cooper did an incredible job of rotating them around and finding what worked and keeping people happy. Pretty much the job that Graham Potter couldn't handle at Chelsea, and wonderful for Forest to stay up. Awanyi's kind of come in.
Yeah, they might have a striker now for sure.
Yeah, so I think that it's been a good season for Forest, and this, as far as this result goes, kind of a beach bash clash. Unlikely goal scorer for Crystal Palace. Zaha's been out, as they did play in this game, and I think he's going to be who they're building around for the future.
They should.
Makes sense.
Yeah, Zaha is old now.
Old, way too late.
Yeah. That's dynamic. You want to build around that.
Absolutely. So, yeah, kind of what you expected from this one. And I think we'll move on to the greatest team who's ever graced a pitch. Manchester United at Old Trafford go down a goal, but come back to win 2-1 to secure third place finish.
Dimitrov missed another penalty.
Did he? I actually didn't even
think he did.
He did.
He did, yeah.
Good grief, man.
Good grief, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, what do you say? It's Old Trafford. It's that Old Trafford curse. You kind of have to talk to the refs and do something special to win at Old Trafford, I guess.
You mispronounced pay them. I meant
Oh, yes, excuse me. Sorry, I had something stuck in my throat.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
Oh man.
But another beach bash clash. I guess United were kind of playing for third and managed to get it. Jadon Sancho, who's apparently got more goals than Jack Grealish, scored in this one.
Whatever.
Yeah, best goal scorer of all time, Jadon Sancho. Oh man, Bruno scored again, which is infuriating. I think it was a penalty, actually, wasn't it? Yeah, I think it was. I think I watched the highlights
no,
of this
he
one.
didn't score a penalty. He got assisted by Fred.
Oh, okay, never mind. Never mind.
He got assisted.
Fred popping up.
Wow.
So
Talk about a throwback.
this will boost them. They'll be bolstered for next Saturday. It won't
Yep.
help, but they'll be bolstered for it. I think you and I both predicted this one, Patrick. Right up, straight up, 2-1. We both got this one right. Yeah, kind of what you'd expect at Old Trafford. And I think Marco Silva's done a fantastic job at Fulham. I think they're going to be got a big summer ahead of them, like everybody. They're going to need to strengthen a little bit just to kind of maintain that mid-table. I feel like is Willian ever going to retire, or
No.
I mean,
he's just going to keep
gonna be
playing.
a crypt keeper. Yeah, man.
Yeah, he's
He'll
made
be in MLS eventually.
a deal with one of those Crossroads demons, and he's
Yeah,
just
for sure.
got another 25 years in the league ahead of him. So credit to Fulham, though. I thought they had a great season, and they've earned their 3 or 4 games on the beach these past few games. So yeah. Southampton scoring 4 goals. Where's this been all season?
Leave it on a high note.
Leaving on a high note.
Yeah. James Ward-Prowse scores, and it wasn't even a free kick?
He's gone.
Oh, yeah,
Chris
he's
Silver's gone.
I don't know, though. He strikes me as the kind of player that's going to be like, I want to stay. I want to help the club bounce back. I mean, he is good, and I think he's by and large their best player. But who's going to want him?
We will take him.
Liverpool,
Gladly. We need
Southampton
goals.
is Liverpool's feeder system, so
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah.
Somebody got to replace Henderson, right?
Even with 10 forwards, you're gonna get fouls around the box. The way
Henderson and
Klopp's gonna be
Fabinho.
playing. Yeah,
James
That's not a
Milner is
bad
gone,
shout.
so yeah.
with
That's
8
actually
forwards,
not a
you're
bad
bound
shout.
to get a foul. So yeah.
Yeah. Although Klopp has been employing Gakpo in that number 10 role and of late, and it's been decent. I mean, they're still scoring goals, Liverpool, in this resurgence here at the end of the season. I think it's not for nothing, but they go 9 unbeaten to end the season. 9 unbeaten. Did they win last week?
I thought they lost
I thought it
one.
was a draw. Hold on.
This one was a draw, but I'm saying they didn't lose in the last 10 games of the season.
Yeah, they drew last week. They drew to
So 9 unbeaten games to end the season.
Wow.
Liverpool.
Yeah, because their last loss was to City, and then they drew Chelsea in April, and then they didn't. They've either
In a game Chelsea should have won. Oh.
Yeah. So I think Liverpool this summer definitely it's going to be about replacing that midfield. Maybe even the back line. I don't know. Konate was decent, but Van Dijk, man, he's looked gassed for a lot of this season. Fabinho's looked gassed a lot of this season. Thiago's been injured a lot, actually.
Yeah, he has.
Curtis Jones has come forward and been decent in the run in here, so that's good for them. Managed to lock down that starting spot, but I didn't see this scoreline coming at all.
Nobody saw it.
Like Southampton just signing off with a bang, I guess.
They haven't. Liverpool haven't been playing defense either. I mean, their defenders are not defenders. So if you get a decent shot, even though credit to Allison, he's a really good keeper. I mean, you can't save everything.
I agree.
Yeah, there's so much space behind their midfield. It's crazy. Like you
Milner
get one over them, and
Uh,
you've got pretty much 1v1 the whole time.
who's available, because knowing who's available, I think, kind of matters as well too. Because Cancelo will be available, and I'm guessing he becomes a gunner, because that's what the rumor is. Even though if Arsenal paid this 70 million, City will be very appreciative of the 70 million. I don't think they will, but
Yeah, well, we'll give you 70 million if you give us Gundogan at the same time on a free.
no, we're good on that.
If we get Gundogan and Cancelo for 70 million, I'll be okay with that. But if we pay 70 million for just Cancelo, I'm gonna be upset.
I mean, he would fit though. He would
He would.
really fit.
Talking about
I don't know, man. Taking a swing at the coach. Taking a swing at the coach is not something that fits. But he
Well, I'm
does
talking
know
about
Arteta.
playing. I'm not talking about practice.
He does know.
A practice,
I guess they know each other. I guess Arteta knows him.
right?
I really, 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 really don't like him at all. So yeah, I mean, I agree he might fit, but
But he'll play. He can play both sides. He can play be your right back or your left back.
yeah, I guess we'll see. We'll see what happens. But